Hello ladies and gentlemen, MOBAMasterDavid here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a League of Legends for Dummies. Today we're going to be looking at the actual League of Legends login screen and layout and how they've got everything set up just for the new players to sort of understand how to navigate through all this user interface. So right off the bat, in this top right corner you'll see your name, your summoner name, your emblem, how many riot points you have, how many influence points you have, and then you've got your obvious minimize and close. Then here you've got your edit your UI preferences. You've got help dialog box, which will also help you around here. League of Legends lore, your summoner profile, and then your actual store. If we also look around, you've got the League of Legends logo. You can actually click that to return to your game lobby, which would be this screen right now. You have the play, which obviously means that it would take you into getting into a game. Down in the bottom right, you see we have view your friends list. You can join chat rooms and you can view your notifications. Those will be like if one of your friends has sent you a game invite, it'll get a pop-up, and then after a few seconds it'll go away, and then you can just reopen it by clicking on it and simply clicking and accepting, or whatever the case may be for the notification. Chat rooms, you can see there's strategy, noob, looking for group, and then the public chat. You can also create or join one. You'll create one if the chat room you've entered is not created, so I could put in like MOBA, we'll just put MOBA. And obviously no one else has created that, so it's going to create one for me. Now anyone else who puts in MOBA is going to be able to join into this exact chat room with me. So and then these are all just Riot game generated chat rooms. Here's your friends list. You can see everyone in your friends list, and then you can add your friends, you can search for someone else, and then you can make a friends folder. I have generals, normals, real life friends, and then obviously offline, and then there's a few others. So let's just look around here. Mainly in the main screen you're going to see a lot of like big news that's coming up. This is during the Freljord patch, so we just recently got a new map and some new emblems and stuff that you can check out. And then there's news and some featured items. If you go on the summoner's icon, you can choose between all these different summoner icons. There's a few ways to get more. One is there's a Ezreal skin that you can buy that'll give you one, and then these are obviously from the Freljord patch. And so now if we go into the store, inside the store you'll see there's a whole bunch of bars on the left you can click on to go to different sections. But on the featured page, it's going to show you 4 of their most recent activity within the store. So there's new legendary Anivia skin, there's some skin sales, and then new skins, and some more sales for actual champions. Down here is also the newest things that's going on. So then there's these skins down here as well. There's more featured items over on the right, and then top sellers. So this is what most players are buying as well. Over here we've got, on the left, we've got purchase RP, where you can purchase any amount of riot points because you cannot actually gain them in-game. There's a whole bunch of payment methods and whatnot. And then there's all the different amounts that you can get. Over as well, there's the gifting center, where you can gift your friends like RP, a skin, or an actual champion. That's if you want to be nice or whatnot. And then over here we've got the champions screen. Once you go into the champions screen, you're going to be given a list of all the champions that automatically you do not own. Now if you're just starting and you're level 1, you won't own any champions, so every one of them will be revealed to you. I have about half the champions, so not all of them are going to be shown. If I click show all, though, it will show every champion, and it will tell me that I own that champion. So then it'll go through every one of them, tell you that you own it, and then there's all these filters that you can set. So you can sort by the release date or the price in either riot points or influence points, or alphabetical, and then you can set to whatever role you specifically like. Next is the skins. Skins are where they're just sort of add-ons to your champion to make them look cooler. Some make them look cooler, others make them look just weird. But as well, you've also got the same sort of filters and same way to sort them. And moving on, we got ward skins. Now there was ward skins during the Halloween season where you could change the look of your ward. But I don't have them anymore, so you could buy them for a varied amount of time. So people who still have some would be able to use them. Runes, this is where you're going to be buying all your runes for your rune pages. They're only purchasable via IP. And as well, you've got your filters, and then you can sort. Boosts, these are little boosts for, like, say, your IP or your XP. I wouldn't suggest XP boosts as much because they eventually do run out, or you eventually get to a max level and then you can't go any higher. Whereas IP boosts, you'll always be able to generate more IP. Bundles, there's 4 different types of bundles. There's the Rune Page bundle, the Gamer's Choice Pack, Digital Collector's Pack, and Champions bundle. They just all contain different champions and whatnot. If you actually click unlock, it can show you which ones, and then it'll tell you you get skins and then an XP boost and whatnot. And then in the others page, you can actually transfer your summoner character to different places around the world, to different servers. You can buy additional rune pages. There's also the Rune Page bundle, and then you can change your summoner name from, I would change mine from MOBAMasterDavid to something else, but I don't want to. Codes, this is if you buy like a Riot Points card from any sort of retail store that near you, and you'll get a code, you can put it in, then you automatically get RP. Purchases, this will show you the purchases in the last 30 days, I believe, and it'll tell you what currency you paid with and the amount. And then, so yeah, that's the general idea of the store. Over in their summoner's profile, what it'll show you is it'll show you your actual character, and then it'll give you the profile. It'll tell you if you have your first one of the day bonus available. It'll show you your name, your level, your emblem, and then rerolls is something for an ARAM game. Over here, sort of in the middle, you'll see there's honors that people have given you. There's honorable opponent, teamwork, helpful, and then friendly. Those are just given to you by other players, and eventually you unlock little banners for your in-game. When you're loading into the game, you can see those. And down here you get your stats overview. You can see your actual ranked. What's the word I'm looking for? Ranked placement, I guess, and it'll show you what league and division you're in, as well as how many points, your wins, and your games played. It'll show you most played champions, and then yes. Oh, I didn't realize they had an ARAMs one, but you can switch between Classic, Dominion, ARAM, and also there's normal. So this will show you for normal games. This will show you for ranked games. Then you've got all these bars right here. There's leagues. It'll show you the league you're in, and there's 25 other players, or I guess 27 other players in your actual league. You can choose between solo queue and then top 5v5 teams. So those will be like top tier teams throughout the world, and or throughout your region. I'm in NA, so it'll show the top 5v5 North American teams. There's also top solo queue players, so those are the players who just go up without a team. And then there's a match history. It shows you all your matches that you've recently played. Before it used to show your matches that you last played, but they switched it to now recent. You can select a match to view like items, your score, and then what your like main stats were in that game. Unfortunately, you can't see other players that were in that game, but you can if you go to lolking.net. It'll show you all the other players within that game. Here's your champions. It'll show you all the champions you do own in a colored box, and then all the ones you don't will be grayed out. You can simply go to the store and purchase those champions if you want them. Here you can also set filters to see, say I only want to see a pusher. Put them all to there. I can uncheck that, it'll take them back. I can also find a certain champion, so say I want to find Skarner. And there's Skarner. This really, you can click on them, and then it'll take you into this. It'll show you their overview, their abilities, and they'll come with, most come with videos of, what the video, or what the ability actually does, like that. Lore, it'll tell you the lore, which is, some are actually quite interesting. And then it shows you tips, which is like playing against, playing as. And you can do that for every champion, even if you do not own them. If you don't own them, they'll give you a little unlock champion here. You can unlock with both. You could either do this or this, and then see it notices that you don't have enough, so then it'll tell you can purchase more riot points. And so, moving on, we've got runes. These are your rune pages, as I mentioned in the store, where you can buy runes. There's 3 different tiers of runes, tier 1, 2, and 3. You unlock them at different summoner levels. Which I should mention, the max summoner level is 30. And all these runes, they give you bonus stats when you start the game. And you can buy up to 20 rune pages, I believe. They're in 4 different sets: marks, seals, glyphs, and quintessences. Each different area strengths has different strengths for runes. Like, I have, what's a good example? I get 0.95 physical damage from greater marks. No, never mind. That's not a good one. Okay, well, certain runes like marks will give you better attack damage than better physical damage than seals or glyphs. And quintessences generally give more than everything else, because you only do get 3 slots for quintessences compared to 9 for glyphs, marks, and seals. Moving on, you got your masteries. Masteries are what you unlock. You unlock 1 mastery point per level, and you can put it into any of these different trees. You got your offense, defense, and utility. And there's a bunch of tips on how to build different mastery trees for whatever role you like to play. I have mastery trees set up for each role, and then my favorite characters. Moving on, there's the spells. You unlock these. I think Flash is the highest level spell that you unlock, and you unlock that at summoner level 12. And then it'll tell you which game modes you can play them in, and sort of give you a little detailed outline on what this spell actually does, so that you don't have to get into a game and be like, what does this spell do? Oh. And then there's this achievements, which you can't actually access, because Riot likes to troll and leave that there. And then finally you can find summoners. So if I typed in someone on my friends list, Schwein, we'll look up Schwein. Oops. Schwein, it'll take me to his page. It'll show me pretty much everything that he has except for his champions. It just won't show any of his champions that he owns. I'm not sure why that is, but it is what it is. You can also access that by clicking View Profile, and it'll take me to the same page. This can also be used to find people like I can look up Phantom Lord. It'll take me to this page, and it'll show me all the games that Phantom Lord has played. It'll show me his teams, which I should mention as well. There's ranked teams, which I have not made one yet, or joined one. But you can find a team, so you can either search by their abbreviation or their actual full name, and then it'll tell you all the players in their team, and you can view their profiles and add them as friends, which most of the professionals just leave them in their notifications, don't actually add you. But then you can create a ranked team and all that good stuff. Oh look, apparently now I'm in Team Solo Mid. So now, as we're nearing the end, we'll get into the play button. Play button, you get PvP, co-op versus AI, custom, and tutorials. The tutorials, there's 2 basic ones. There's the Howling Abyss, and that'll teach you just the very basics, and then there's Battle Training, which teaches you a little bit more advanced stuff. And in PvP, you get 3 game modes: Classic, Dominion, and ARAM. We'll start with Classic, and you get 2 maps: Summoner's Rift and Twisted Tree Line. Both, well, one is a 5v5 and the other one is a 3v3. Summoner's Rift is the normal game mode that most people play. You get 3 modes. You get blind pick, draft pick, and then ranked. Well, normal, blind pick, normal, draft pick, and then ranked draft pick. Normal blind pick, everyone gets to pick at the same time, and you don't see what the enemy team picks, and there's no bans or picks. In normal draft pick, you take turns at first banning and picking champions, and you can see what the enemy team picks. So it's kind of it starts you out into ranked without actually starting to play ranked. Like ranked, you unlocked at summoner level 30, and then this is where you level up through the leagues and stuff. Then Dominion, it's pretty much like domination game mode, where there's 5 nodes on the map, and you have to capture and hold more nodes and essentially drain the enemy team's points before they drain yours. It's a fun, quick map that most people don't find very competitive, although there are a few people. You get draft mode and normal, but there is no ranked for it. The only ranked is in Classic. And then there's ARAM, and it's a 5v5 with 1 lane, which goes right down the middle, and you can only play normal all random, which means you don't pick your champion. The game picks it for you. It picks from a random set of whatever champions you have. That's where those reroll points are. Is when you get into an ARAM, if you don't like the champion you have, or say you've got a full team of melees, you can reroll to try to get a better champion than the one you have, and that's where those reroll points come in, and you can unlock those just by playing a few ARAMs. Co-op versus AI, it's pretty much the exact same thing. You can play Dominion or Classic. The only thing is, instead of different leagues, there's beginner and intermediate. Same here, and same here. Custom is where you can set up essentially custom games to play. Like there's a few summoner created games, like everyone goes in the jungle and jungles, and if someone on your team dies, or if your team gets aced, then you lose. Fun stuff like that needs to be set up in a custom game rather than actually made into a game. Like ARAM used to be a custom game until it got really popular, and then Riot decided, let's make it a game mode. And then there's tournament codes. You have to... I'm not exactly sure what this takes you to if you have a tournament code, because I've never had one. But, yeah, so once you actually join a match, it'll take you to a champion selection screen. You choose your champion, or you can random a champion, and then you sort of wait out the time, and it will take you into a game. So that's the basics for the user interface for League of Legends. I'm MOBAMasterDavid. Thank you for watching.